I think we're on.
I think we might be. I don't know. It says we're live.
I see us. We're on.
Do you see us? Okay, turn the volume down so we don't echo. Did you do that already?
Yep.
How do I know if anybody is here?
Well, I'm on.
Can you talk? Say something. So
3 viewers. There we are. We got 3 of you.
Okay, we got 3 people. I don't know. Can you hear us on it? Can you hear us? Can everyone hear us talking? 6 viewers. Sorry, guys. Technical. Can you hear us on it? Technical difficulties. So this is not the way that I had planned it to go. Just bear with me. Okay, I don't know if I can see the chat anywhere. Type something.
Okay.
Can you see chat on your phone?
I see chat on the phone.
Oh, sorry, guys. Give me a sec. I don't have any chat on my
We're working on it, Matt.
desktop.
Thank you, Matt, for helping us with this.
Yeah, thank you so much, Matt. Okay, I have 11 watching right now. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry if you're talking to me.
Chat.
I can't see anything. Where do I go to see chat?
He gave me a link,
Okay.
but I don't know what that means. So I think you were just messing with us. Hey, Biker's on.
Biker is on.
I didn't think he'd make it. Hey, Bushy.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd make it. All right, guys. So
Wood
sorry.
Pigeon's on.
Sorry for the weird beginning. Dana, you keep me on chat.
I'm working
check
on
with
it.
the chat.
I'm working on it.
Really quick, I want to thank all of our people that are on right now, our mods. We have Biker Bushcraft, which I didn't think you'd jump on because it's a filming day for you, so thank you for being here. Matt, Cook Oregon, which has been a great help in my anxiety moment of trying to get live. I think we have Yankee on. I don't know if we do yet. And then I have Wood Pigeon Outdoors. He is our mod we just added today. He's been doing a really good job being very supportive in the community on a lot of the live streams that have been going on. So I had to have him as a wrench here today, which is great.
M and the gang is on.
Thank you for being on, Wood Pigeon. Hello, M. Hi, Happy Trails. Wilkins Outdoors Adventures. Hello. Thank you for jumping on.
Kurt Zitzelman is on.
Hello, Kurt. Thank you for being here.
Drunken One.
Sorry for the awkward beginning.
Okay. Happy Trails.
Okay.
Happy Trails is on. Perfect.
Okay, so
I think we got everybody so far.
I have Bushy. I forgot Bushy.
Oh
Bushy,
my
I'm
gosh.
so sorry. I have Backpack Bushcraft as one of our mods as well. He just got off of work. He is the man, and he is one of the wrenches you guys will see in the chat as well.
Lone Woodsman, smash that like button, guys.
And don't call him Lone Wolf because I made the mistake.
He is not Lone Wolf.
And I'm still trying to live it down.
Right?
Yankee called me out on that crap on his stream too.
Well.
Lone, I did not call you that this time.
Hey, Kurt and Death Star Diva, nice to have you all here.
Okay, you deal with chat, and then maybe we'll just try to keep on.
We'll see what we're doing.
Okay. First off, what are you drinking tonight?
DIY Solar and Wind is here.
Hi, DIY. What are you drinking tonight, babe?
I am drinking Stone Brewery Tangerine Express IPA.
This is what Dana's going to be drinking. And then I'm drinking a beer that I got for my beer trade with No Hype Beer Review, Kyle. And that is the Super Stout Coffee. I'm very excited about that. So let's get our beer opened. And then we can...
I'll let you open the beer while I... M and the gang's drink of water. Good for you.
Water's fine. Oh.
Wood Pigeon said, thank you for showing up. And don't waste that. That's good stuff. It did say tangerine, Piker. It did.
And it's very aggressive and spilled everywhere. So that's great.
Mike said IPAs are the devil from him and the gang.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's Dana's favorite.
It is one of my favorite.
Hey, Adventurous Fox.
Backpack Bushcraft said he's drinking the
Hiker
blood
G16.
of his customers.
Well, we can understand that.
I can understand that. My last customer of the day was kind of a douche today. So
yeah, Dana was kind of in a bad mood when he got home. And I don't think that lighting him on fire made it any better. Unfortunately.
So,
all right, you're gonna.
All right, I'll take care of that. Let's concentrate.
Your beer is being mean to me.
All right, we'll find.
That's why I don't like IPA, guys.
IPA for life.
Thank
you, Matt Cook.
Well, as long as you have Matt there. I don't mind some IPAs.
Jason's here. Jason Hellendoller's here.
Hello, Jason. Okay. See, mine didn't do anything mean.
It's all right, Bushy. It happens.
Acting normal.
My brother Chad is here.
I have a question. He has questions.
Chad, what's your question? Adventurous Fox is here. Stout and porter for him.
Very nice. Oh, okay, WP. I thought maybe she got stuck in Montreal because of work. I didn't know that it was because of a storm. That's unfortunate. Nice, Drunken One. I love the Torpedo. That's actually an IPA that I can get behind. It's a good one.
It is a good one. I know you like it a lot.
I do. Well, I like Tropical Torpedo to be exact.
Nesting Haven is on.
Hello, Nesting Haven. Thank you for jumping on.
Right.
Sorry if I'm missing anybody. I will get to everybody, or Dana will if I don't.
Maybe. It's like a Slurpee.
So I tested live, and I tested it on my phone, and I should have, I guess, tested it on here, but we got it worked out, and I was all over Matt's DMs on Twitter trying to get this handled, so scoot next to me. You're cutting off your own face, babe.
Sorry.
Okay, so one of the things that we wanted to bring up on today's video, there's a couple objectives. For the most part, we just want to hang out with you guys and kind of talk mainly, but there are a couple of things we wanted to go over. So,
hey, Rocket.
Rocket
Outdoors just said hello.
Okay, so the one thing
faces.
You got what?
Heart faces.
Oh my goodness.
I know, right?
So one of the things that I wanted to kind of get a gauge or a vote from everybody is we were planning a giveaway for 500 subscribers. Want to tell them why that didn't happen immediately?
Because honestly,
we hit 500 on January 14th.
And then it seemed like overnight we were at 600.
And now we're like 4 away from 700.
So
yeah.
And Biker City smiled. Biker, stop! I'm blushing.
So I mean, that's obviously nothing to complain about. I'm excited for the quick growth, but I didn't expect it to grow so quickly, and then all of a sudden a 500 subscriber giveaway is turned into a 700 subscriber giveaway, which is fine. I said I would announce it in February. This is kind of my announcement, but my issue is, and this is what I need help with. We have such a divided. Are you flirting with people?
No, it wasn't Biker. I meant Bushy, and it came up as Biker. So.
Oh, did he give you crap for that?
Yeah, I always confuse the two of them.
How?
Well,
they're gonna go measuring beards again. Don't do that to them.
It's the bushcraft thing.
So my issue or my problem is I overthink things. Not a shock. You guys probably know that by now. But I'm not sure how I want to do the giveaway in regards to what we're giving away. Because we have a divided subscriber base, we have many different communities, and we kind of relate to many communities. I don't know what to give away. I don't know if, giving away beer is the best thing if not everyone's into beer. And I know a lot of our outdoor people are not. So I don't want anyone to feel like they're not included in the giveaway. So one of the ideas that we actually talked about was doing like a Made in Michigan basket.
Yes.
Of like outdoorsy items, food items, maybe a beer or two if the person who wins wants it. So what do you guys think about me doing beer or doing just one outdoor item, like maybe just a hydro flask as a giveaway, or doing a basket of goodies, all Michigan made? So leave me a vote or
Rocket
a comment.
Outdoors says giveaway food. I'm trying to keep up, guys. I'm not doing
why don't you tell me what I've missed in the chat?
So there's a whole bunch of highs and all that stuff.
Okay.
Chad wants to know if there's an apple-style beer out there that we could recommend.
Absolutely.
Wood Pigeon Outdoors says food would be a great idea. Rocket says giveaway food.
Okay.
And then he said he's sorry, just loves to eat.
Okay. Us too.
Kilt Guy just jumped in.
Hello, Kilt Guy.
And let's see what else. And then Bushy says my smile keeps him going. I want to
because it's so blinding and bright.
Bushy, I'm so sorry I confused you with Biker. And Biker,
Biker, I love you. So yeah, okay, so maybe I'll just do like a basket of goodies then. It'll be outdoorsy themed no matter what. So even if you're kind of more into the outdoorsy stuff, but I'll get items that are versatile.
Yep, Chad recommends a basket too.
Okay, he would because we got him a basket.
We got him a basket of Northern Michigan stuff too. So
and then I guess I'll grab a beer. If someone who wins likes beer, I will pick a beer based on what their taste is. So I'll try to customize it. Or
you could just give it to me.
I already get you beer.
I'm just saying. Well.
Okay, so that's what we'll go with.
Evan the Gang says that sounds awesome.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Otherwise, on the agenda, we kind of wanted to just talk about travel a little bit with you guys. Otherwise, beyond talking about some specific travel, we're just going to, again, just chat. We have a couple of categories we're going to kind of steer the chat into, all like outdoorsy related, hiking related, some beer stuff for sure. But as far as travel, tell them kind of like how our travel was last year. Like, what was the vibe? Last
year, we did anything and everything. We took off to all points of the globe. We just kind of, we went to Mexico. We went to DC. We went to Virginia. We hit a bunch of national parks. We hit Yosemite. We hit Zion. We hit Arches. We hit Sequoia. We went to,
we did the caves in Ohio too.
The cave system.
And we did Kentucky
Ohio,
twice.
We did Kentucky, Red River Gorge. I mean, we went all over the place. Lots of airfare, lots of plane flying around,
rental
and stuff
cars.
like that. Rental cars.
Yeah.
And this year, we kind of we're planning on doing it a little bit closer to home and doing some local exploration, I guess.
Yeah. So I guess I did mention to a lot of people who were curious, because we have been discussing with a lot of our network and a lot of our community, our friends we've met, our Twitter group, as far as like meeting up and doing some collaborations. We're definitely into the idea of doing that, and we would love to do that this year. I've also thrown the number out 17. We have like 17 little mini road trips that I have planned. So I'm kind of keeping Midwest and East Coast this year, whereas last year our budget was very healthy and we didn't have to worry about money as much when we traveled. This year I'm going to be creative with trying to see how traveling will be and how our perspective will change if I'm worried more so about the experience than the luxury, I guess.
Yeah.
Would you say that?
There's one of the things that we've learned is that there's so many things close to home to explore that we tend to miss out when you go abroad. And there's nothing wrong with going abroad, but staying close to home sometimes tends to be a little bit cheaper, and you can make it a little bit quicker. So you can do a weekend trip instead of a whole, for sure.
And we did do a lot of camping and backpacking and hiking last year. That's the kind of trips we like to do anyway. We like to do a little bit of everything. But this year I think is going to be more road trips. No rental cars. We're only going to have 2 trips that require planes this year. Everything else will be driving distance. And I'm cool. Like, we'll drive 10 hours. Like, I consider 10 hours driving distance. So anything within 10 hours from where we live in Northern Michigan is on the radar.
Plus, every time we travel, it's the drone. The drone brings in all kinds of answered questions. Or am I going to get crap from TSA?
Yeah.
Are they going to search me again? And they have searched me many times.
Yeah.
No anal probes.
Yankees
but
on.
They have searched me. And they pulled it off to the side, and they're like, "What's this?" And they go through the drone. And then there's the national park issue. You can't fly in the national park, so there's finding places to fly. Is it really worth it? So the local trips, the shorter trips, allow me to fly more and broadcast more, which is kind of fun.
Adventure Fox is close to 100. She's only 30 away.
Oh, wow.
So quick shout out. Anyone who does not
go
follow
subscribe.
Adventure Fox, make sure you network in the chat. Go check her out. Let's get her close to 100 or have her hit 100 today.
There's Adventure Fox right here. Let me make sure I'm not.
So
I'm not subscribed. Sorry. Here we go. Done.
You got Dana. There you go. Do you want to talk a little bit about, see if anyone in the group I know Matt has a drone, obviously, but who else? Jason too.
Jason's got a drone.
Yankee has a drone.
Yankee's got a drone.
You want to have some drone chat for a minute while I catch up in the chat?
We can, but I can't read their questions.
I'll read it.
Okay.
Okay.
So anybody want to talk about drones?
One Dana to another. I think Adventure Fox said her first name is Dana.
Oh, that's cool.
You get that a lot.
I do. I do. I was named after my dad, who was named after Dana Andrews. So I'm Dana Jr. actually. And my entire life has been filled with, isn't that a girl's name?
Do you want to tell the story about our wedding really quick? What happened with the florist?
Yeah, we went to the florist to get married.
Funny.
It's pretty funny. We showed up, and it was Eileen and Dana. They hadn't seen us yet, so we showed up. We drove an hour to get there. We find the florist. We get into the florist, and she's like, oh. And I was kind of taken aback. I'm like, are we late? Or what's going on? She goes, no. I expected this to be a gay wedding. Like, and I'm like, you guys were our first gay wedding. And I'm like, oh my God, no. So, yeah, that happens a lot.
Gail Crabtree, thank you for jumping on. It was really nice talking to you earlier on your stream. She said she has pieces of a drone. Does that count?
If you haven't, and I'm really not trying to broadcast my channel, but go over to Adventure Wrench and watch Drone Crash. It's pretty hilarious. I actually was showboating and screwing around and crashed my drone into a tree.
It's hilarious.
Thank God it made it through. But
you crashed it 3 times,
I was
right?
panicked. That was one time I crashed it. The other time I crashed it was, I've only crashed twice. The other time that I crashed it was trying to launch inside of a national park, which you're not allowed to do. So I was trying to break the rules because I bought the drone to do that.
Yeah.
And we were in the middle of a river. I launched, and it said, you're not authorized to fly here. It gave me an error message and immediately went down.
So before he could land it and go, oh, crap, I didn't know, or because he didn't know what it was going to do until you try to break the rules, which shouldn't do that.
Right.
But it was pretty crazy. We were standing in the middle of giant rocks in the middle of like a rushing river by a waterfall, and it was outside of Yosemite, right?
Yeah, we were just outside. And everything I'd read said you were allowed to fly outside and fly into. It
was Kings Canyon. Yeah, yep. Kings Canyon.
But not fly in the national park.
Really quick, babe. Lone Woodsman had a question. He wanted to know what drone that you would recommend for a noob. So someone new to drones or new to flying.
I think if you can swing it, the Spark is a great drone.
Mm-hmm.
The Spark is small. It's got, if I'm not mistaken, it's got obstacle avoidance in a couple of different areas. It shoots 1080, and it's like $600, $600.
500, I think.
If not, the first drone that I had, Eileen got for me on Amazon. It was a little tiny, like cork drone type thing with a camera.
Funny. It was cool.
It cost like $50. I was flying it inside of our apartment, and I immediately crashed it into a glass of beer.
It was really funny.
So I took the drone out, threw it in a bucket of rice, which I happened to have there for some reason. And
I keep it in a little tub.
Continued to fly like the next day. It worked just fine. Anyway, it was a great opportunity for me to learn how it worked. Cost like $50. I could fly it inside, play around with it.
And it used the app too, just like the
it used the app.
Yeah.
What was cool was it gave me the opportunity to find out if it was something I really wanted to do, because men tend to have habits and hobbies that come and go quickly. So it gave Eileen the opportunity to see that I really was into it before I bought a big drone. So
okay, so a couple of things we missed here. Sorry if I'm missing anything. So MT Woods Runner said, I shot down a drone over my house. My bad. You want to talk about that a little bit? As far as like being near private property?
You know what? I'm pretty.
It's not his bad. I get it.
It's not his bad at all. I'm not advocating people go shoot drones out of the sky, but with all of the things that they're able to do, spying issues, terrorism issues, all of that stuff, I kind of.
You're very cautious drone pilot.
I try not to fly over anybody's house. I'll fly over parks. I'll fly over like open vacant areas, land.
You try to be respectful of people's property.
And I use it strictly for photography. Every once in a while, I will get the itch and I'll just go launch it outside in the yard. But usually it's straight up, kind of right back
above our house. Yeah. I
don't do anything.
Another thing, Ann in the gang said, Phantom 4 so far so good. She's still learning. That's pretty cool.
Love Phantom 4.
That's pretty cool. Biker saw your crash video. He said it didn't look that bad. He watched it.
It actually, no, it didn't. I broke a couple of propellers.
You visited me at work after. You
I was
were freaking out.
I was about 100 feet up in the air, and it just kind of tumbled. But it tumbled and landed right next to a pond, which could have been much, much worse.
Jason said he loves his Spark.
Yeah, the Spark's great.
Nesting Haven said that they know 2 Danas that are both guys and didn't really think of it as a girl's name. So props to that.
Wait.
That's great. Cool. We don't get that often for you.
That's great.
Let's see. What else did I miss?
Yeah, Jason actually uses his Spark for backpacking.
Which is sweet. Which is
a sweet idea because it is so small and able to be carried around.
Really quick too, the Mavic Air that just came out. Matt had pointed it out that if you're thinking about the Spark, to look at the Mavic Air because it's kind of like combining the two.
I think it's only $100 or $200 more.
More, yes.
For the money though, I don't know. I'm still, and I haven't got mine yet. I'm going to get it. The Mavic Pro is kind of where I want to be.
Yes.
For photography bases, flying, and all that stuff. But then the Phantom 4 is really great because you can use it on. We did some abandoned buildings.
Yep.
Which I did the outside. I never did the inside. But I wouldn't fly the drone inside because it doesn't have obstacle avoidance. And the 4 actually has obstacle avoidance, top, bottom, front, and back. So you could fly inside and not be in danger.
And then WP mentioned he wanted to know if there was any cheaper drones that are good for the price. We didn't really research a lot of Bebop.
The Bebop. You can buy it at Target, Walmart.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a couple $100, and it's a good starter drone.
Okay, because a few people mentioned Matt Cook Oregon said Parrot is a good brand for cheaper drones.
Yep, Parrot Bebop.
Oh, okay.
That's the one.
Gotcha. Biker Bushcraft said Holly is also a good cheap drone. Do you know about that one?
I don't know that one.
Okay.
In particular.
There's some really nice, decent price gimbals. Looking into getting a better one that I have for myself, but I gotta get my D80 since Canon sent me a broken one. That's Hype Camp that said that. Or that's Two Hype Camp from Adventurous Fox. That sucks, getting a broken camera.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes, drones are expensive. We are actually looking into a gimbal as well. The thing with the issue I'm having is we want a handheld gimbal for a couple different reasons, and then I need to have like one of those big giant rigs if I'm going to shoot wedding videography. The one that I need is the Ronin, super expensive, and then we like the DJI Osmo.
Love the Osmo.
Either one is a great investment, and as a photographer, it's something I can kind of utilize in my business, but it's still a big leap. And a lot of money to just drop on something, but I definitely want a gimbal. I'm constantly annoyed when I'm getting transition slides in the car because like all the bumps in the road, I'm like, if I had a gimbal, I wouldn't be annoyed.
Biker said Steadicam.
Mm-hmm.
Steadicam. Jason said, I think drones open up a whole new level of cinematography that otherwise you would never see.
Absolutely.
Totally 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
From cinematography and even what I'm starting to learn more about is photography.
Yeah.
The filters and some of the 4K photography that you can get. Does it shoot 4K photography? I think it does.
Yes, it's 4K.
Anyway, the HD photography that you can get off a drone is amazing.
We have I'm Tommy that just jumped in.
Too.
So welcome, I'm Tommy.
Hey, I'm Tommy.
I'm going to scroll and see if I missed anybody. The High Desert Pioneer gave a little cheers to us. So thank you for joining us as well.
Adventurous Fox says, look into BH Photos website. They have good
I love BH.
For photography, video, gimbals, etc.
Yep, I love BH. That's cool. I think I've gotten everybody. If I've not shouted you out or said hi to you, leave another comment at the bottom
Thanks,
of the feed.
Jeff.
And I will say something. Oh, Jeff is on. Hello, Jeff.
Jeff said we rocked the last drone video. Jeff Bragg, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you. Chris Akodi, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, said I got a Zhiyun Smooth Q for my iPhone. Still learning it, but cool so far.
Wood Pigeon said, grab a beer, and Yankee said, welcome to the room, everyone. Hey, thank you, Yankee, for being
How is your beer, by the way?
It's great. You can taste tangerine, but
I'm stepping in a puddle of it.
It actually just keeps overflowing. So
it's really active head. Extremely active. Like my carpet's all sticky now. It's kind of crappy. Okay, so otherwise, let's see, what trips are we thinking about for this year? We're definitely going to go to Mammoth Caves. We want to meet up with Backpack Bushcraft. And we want to meet up with Jason Helmendaller while we are in Kentucky. So that is something that's on the radar. I have a little Post-it note of the ones I'm looking at. First and foremost, Serpent Mound in Ohio to meet up with Yankee. Definitely want to do that.
Yankee, is Serpent Mound, is that the one where the mounds are burial sites?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that what that is?
Let's see. I'm going to just see if I'm missing anything in the chat. Yeah, to get to Mammoth Caves, it is 8 hours and 35 minutes for us. It takes us, it's supposed to take like 6 hours to get to Red River Gorge, but because of traffic and then going through, what do we hit in Ohio that we always get?
Is it Cincinnati?
I think going through Cincinnati is really tough. We always get stuck, and they were doing construction on that bridge coming from Michigan, from the Michigan side. So it took like, I don't even, how long was that? Like 10 hours to get?
It was ridiculous, but the bridge was shut down. It was ridiculous.
It was rough.
And also when you travel with a photographer, you have to stop.
All the time.
All the time.
Constantly.
So.
And I always make him stop on the side of the highway, and he hates doing that. You get so annoyed.
I don't get annoyed, but it's like a little dodgy sometimes.
Well, if you knew how many times I wanted you to stop, believe me, I'm being reserved. Sometimes, especially if we're traveling. Let's see. What am I missing? Hiker G said that drones open up. Okay, so Yankee said, actually, there's a lot more to it. The burial sites are around the Serpent. I think it's too much to put into a text. We'll have to talk about it in a video one day. Okay, sounds good. Well, I've
actually seen pictures of that. And I've read some like articles on it, and it's really interesting to me I would love to see that. I think that's awesome.
Jason said, how does a drone not contribute anything to making videos? I'm not sure who he's asking that to. I think he's talking to someone about that.
Oh, I think cinematography is completely opened up.
And it's not even just that; it's also
if you watch like Peter McKinnon and some of the other travel feels and
the bigger channels.
And then if you like music, if you watch the Piano Guys, they use drones in all of their videos. The way that some of that stuff is shot is amazing.
Adventurous Fox said, whistles. I have absolutely no idea what you mean. Photographers are completely innocent. We do nothing of the sort. No, I'm the kind of person, if it's true, I'm just going to say it. Yeah, I'm inconvenient as hell. Like, I'm a fast hiker, but if I'm trying to, like, capture stuff, and not even just videography, but I'm trying to capture something on my camera, like a photo, a still shot, a long exposure, like whatever it is, like, Patrick and Dana will be like, oh, okay, are you alive back there? Where are you? Are you coming? And I'm like, okay, I'm busy. I'm on the ground trying to get a macro shot of a frog. Don't talk to me right now. Like... It's true, though.
Adventurous Fox, love the Piano Guys. Me too.
Piano Guys?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And then
21090
Brewing.
Okay.
We're drinking Stone Tangerine Express IPA.
Show him. And it exploded everywhere.
It keeps exploding
you missed the
everywhere.
Fun. And then I'm drinking a beer from Ithaca, New York. I got in a beer trade with No Hype Beer Review. It is super stout, coffee stout. And so far, it is delicious, and I'm really enjoying it.
Em and the gang empathizes with you, or maybe her family empathizes with me.
For what?
For the stopping.
Oh. Okay. It's spilling everywhere again, isn't it? Wow. Yeah. That's really strange. It's been, and what's odd about that is we've had that beer sitting in the fridge for 2 weeks, and it's not like it's been dropped or anything, and it's literally every time he pours it, it explodes. Really odd. I think it's maybe too cold.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Founders All Day IPA. Or Pale Ale.
Who's drinking that?
All Day Pale Ale. Rocket.
Oh, okay.
Rocket Outdoors.
Nice.
All Day Pale Ale.
We actually, what's funny about that beer is we did not like that beer at all at first. We were 15 minutes from Founders back in Grand Rapids. For those of you who don't know, we are from Grand Rapids. We moved to northern Michigan in October. So it's kind of a new thing for us. Not the area, but living away from Grand Rapids or a big city. And side tangent. But Founders was really close to us, and we would go there all the time, and everyone would always push the all day IPA, and we didn't like it. We thought it, well, I didn't like it, but Dana didn't like it that much either. And then they had this contest where you had to photograph the all day IPA in unique ways. And if you won like an all expenses paid trip somewhere in the UP. And so we were kind of in that contest. We were in the top 5. And we drank a crap ton of it because we were photographing it for like a month or 2 straight.
We took these beer bottles
everywhere.
We took them to Lake Michigan. We took them to lighthouses. We took them to local parks. We took them to hammock spots. All about the outdoors. We took them everywhere. I actually lifted one with the drone and flew it in the air. I did an upshot of one from the ground up on a beach. I mean, we did
and those
crazy, ridiculous shots of this stuff. And
if you follow our Instagram, you go down the feed. Those videos are on there still. The one video got like 700 views in one day. It was trending on Instagram, which, I mean, for 700 views, it's pretty cool, especially for a beer. But we made it to the top 5, which was kind of cool, but we did not win, but it was still really fun. But we drank a lot of that beer and now we like it, is the moral of that story.
Adventurous Fox says, if anyone's local to the Bay Area, Concord has an amazing spring brew fest where they have 60 breweries come in.
Nice.
Check it out. Hubby and I went last year. It was great.
That's awesome. And also congrats. WP pointed out that Adventurous Fox is up to 80 subs, which is phenomenal. So really nice job. Only 20 away from your first 100. Which is always a nice feeling when you hit that first mark.
That's awesome. Good luck to you.
Yeah, we've only gone to like one beer event, right?
Yeah, we went to the Gilmore Car Museum. They had, which is
DIY probably knows what we're talking about.
The Gilmore Car Museum DIY, you know where it is. But it's 3 or 4 barns surrounded with antique cars. The Tuckers in there, stuff like that. They set up tables from different breweries, and they had a brewery party. Basically in there, and we went for Valentine's Day one year.
It was awesome. So
my Valentine's Day gift to her, my date night to her, was to take her to a barn with a bunch of old cars and beer.
I loved it. Good. It was awesome. It was literally awesome. But that's the only beer event we've been to. Dana actually had one of his drone photos used in Grand Rapids for a beer festival. Which is really funny. It was on a billboard, which is really cool. But we didn't even get to go to that event because I think we were traveling. Oh, we were moving.
We moved.
Okay, I couldn't remember what happened, but it was annoying because we would have gotten free and got a bunch of the beer free because he gave that photo to help them. He didn't get money for it or anything like that. They put his name in the magazine when they printed it, and they put our social medias, which was enough for us for exposure. And it was just cool to be able to say that his drone photo was on a billboard.
Yep.
So that it just sucked that we couldn't go, even though we were going to go free and get a bunch of free beer. But
yeah, it's true.
It's okay. It was still on a billboard.
It was still on a billboard.
That's
Lots
true.
of billboards. It was cool.
That's true. Do we have anyone in the chat right now that does any fishing, ice fishing in particular? We kind of want to bring up a couple of topics to talk about.
Anybody ice fishing right now?
Yeah. Who's ice fishing?
Not biker.
Not biker.
And not bushy.
Not bushy.
Yankee might be.
Ryan's here. Little dirt never hurt. Thank you for popping in.
Hey, Ryan.
How are you doing today? Okay, so M in the gang said, I love fishing. Never been ice fishing, though. LOL.
We are still new at it.
We've gone 3 times?
Gone 3 times. I love to fish. And the problem
Matt sent a little
we kind of started in Detroit, but the water is so it doesn't freeze regularly. It's not consistent. And then Grand Rapids had the same kind of issues. So up here, obviously, we get plenty of ice.
Jeff, really quick, not to cut you off, but Jeff had to jump off. He said he'll keep watching, but he may not be in the chat. So, Jeff, thank you so much for jumping on. For those of you who don't know Jeff, he's phenomenal. Jeff Bragg, specifically.
Matt Cook's got to drive home. Nice for stream. Enjoy. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you so much for your help, Matt, and support. I appreciate it very much. Have a safe drive home.
Wood Pigeon said he wants to go, but the ice water isn't fully frozen here. Take a picture.
Oh, that's shocking.
I am shocked at that.
I'm actually really shocked.
We've got
that your
about
ice
16 inches right now.
Yeah.
They're driving like
everything on it.
Tanks on the ice.
Cars,
out there
Jeeps,
stuff.
snowmobiles, all over the lake.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Okay, let's see what else.
And we went the other day, and we were
Swamp
watching.
Donkey's here. Hi, Swamp Donkey. He's one of our fishing people. He
Swamp
said,
Donkey.
"Did someone say ice fishing? I'm here. What do you want to know?"
What do you want to know? We were out the other day while Matt was doing his kayaking. Matt Cook was doing his kayaking live stream, and I was in the shanty with Eileen and Patrick. Catching fish, and
left and right.
She was on the live stream commenting for
Matt.
both of us, and Patrick was over eating a s'more bar or something or other, and I'm like catching perch left and right. So really great. Swamp Donkey's got 4 feet of ice. Oh my god!
Whoa, that's crazy.
Hike camp, heck, the ice here is about 2 feet thick. Oh my gosh, that's
wow.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean
that's wonderful.
The lake that we are ice fishing on.
Unless you're using a hand auger. then it's not wonderful.
Yeah, it's not awesome.
It becomes
it's
not
a workout.
awesome. Like,
good for-home workout for sure. But the lake that we're on is Houghton and Higgins Lake is very close to us, if you're familiar with Michigan. And they're the 2 largest inland lakes in the entire state. We're surrounded by the Great Lakes, and have like, I don't even know how many small lakes, but these are the 2 biggest ones.
Somebody said that you can, any point in Michigan, you can walk 6 miles
and get to a lake.
Hit a body of water.
That's true. And that's true. So we have tons of options, but I'm sure if we were in
DNS Adventures.
Hello, DNS. I'm sure it's Shane on there, but I'm not sure if you're with Deanna. But thank you for jumping on.
The gas lakes don't freeze over.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, the lake that we're on, Higgins Lake, is where we went last week, and it's not a very deep lake in general, and it's very sandy bottom. And for 17 inches in the water we were in is like 8 feet.
Yeah.
8 feet deep. 17 inches of ice on top of that was pretty cool. I think we would have hit deeper ice if we had went out further as well.
Probably. And about half a mile out from where we were is a sunken island, actually.
Which is cool.
And the sunken island's got a ridge on it. Right at that ridge is where you can catch perch.
Bigger perch.
Bigger perch.
And smelt. Lots of smelt right there, too.
Yep. So.
Biker, I have a question. Are you finding signal while you're out and about trying to film, or are you back home? Because I didn't expect to see you. I forgot to ask that at first.
My daughter played with Gail Crabtree. My daughter played with the youth orchestra there. It's been a while, though. What youth orchestra? Here?
She's not. Well, no, she's not in Michigan. She's in Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee.
She was actually just driving home from Kentucky today, too. I was on her live stream.
Hey, Dan's here from Home in the Sticks.
Oh, Dan! Nice to see you. Thanks for jumping on. Got caught up working on the bike. You never left this whole time. I thought you were out in the desert somewhere.
Rocket Outdoors fishes mostly from the kayak.
That's cool.
And from the ski boat in the summer.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
We have not done kayak fishing.
We have not done kayak fishing. I would love to, because there's a couple of inland lakes around here that are really, you actually can't get a regular boat into. And
you're not allowed to either.
There's only a couple of all sports lakes around here, so I can't use the motor, which is fine. We've got a rowboat. It's not a big deal.
We also have a trolling.
And we've got a trolling, but
yeah.
I think it would be better to haul a kayak in, drop it in, and kind of go.
Yeah.
So I think it would be awesome.
Kayaking is one of our favorite things to do. So I'm excited to be so close to a lot of really intense rivers up here. In Grand Rapids, you really couldn't kayak in the river that went through. The Grand River was kind of gross, to be honest. What am I missing?
Little Dirt Never Hurt. Had to go get on dinner.
Okay, thank you for jumping on, Ryan. We appreciate your support.
Thanks, Ryan.
Have a wonderful dinner. Let's see. Happening, brother. In Raleigh is where she said her daughter was in the orchestra.
Okay. Got it.
Her sister used to work with the orchestra. She's a violinist.
Oh, that's awesome.
210 Brewing said rockfish. So everyone's saying hi to Dan, because of course, who doesn't love Dan?
Mapleberry Farm, just cracking me a beer now.
Nice. Yeah, it was funny. Their comments, Mapleberry Farm has been doing a ton of live streams recently because they are going to be going off grid soon, permanently. So they're going to be able to still be on their YouTube channel and be able to get signal in town, but they're not going to be live streaming as much.
Chad said, how about a Fireman's Brew?
Fireman's Brew.
Chad, I will look for a Fireman's Brew for you. If I ever find one, I will get it. And if I don't find one, I will make one.
That's true. Well, the ones we want to make with Chad are not appropriate to say.
We actually cannot say any of them.
You can explain online, but what the joke was.
My brother and I, Chad, out there, we were thinking of different names that we could call our beers, and we'd had a few, and they all became completely inappropriate. Nothing that I can say online on YouTube. So
if any of you meet us or do a meetup in Michigan, you're welcome
maybe someday
to camp with us on our property. And you can hear the inappropriate names if you want to, but it's not anything we could. It was all in good fun, but it's not YouTube friendly. No. And they were drunken names. We made them as we were drinking, so it just got worse throughout the night.
So every once in a while, I'll think of one and I'll text it to Eileen. Hey, what about this? And she's like,
Kirk Miller jumped on. Thank you for jumping on, Kirk. Awesome video you posted today, by the way. I was really excited. I got the notification, and you had the chapstick video. Very interesting.
Yeah, I watched that. It was great.
Yeah, very interesting. So if you guys have not seen that, head over to Kirk's channel. He's awesome. Let's see. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Hike Camp has got to jump off. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for jumping on and showing us the support. We really appreciate it.
Rocket Outdoors said Home in the Sticks is the best. Sub him if you haven't.
Absolutely. Give Dan a shout out. You love Dan.
I absolutely love Dan's videos.
He's obsessed with Dan.
And I don't get very good signal at work, but if I see that Dan from Home in the Sticks has posted a video, I'll stop what I'm doing, run into my back room and try to get signal, and I'll hold it up and I'll kind of watch it like this to get just the gist of it because I love his channel so much. And
the bean video you watched, you left him a comment.
Yeah, he does like really great cooking videos. He does gardening videos. He feeds the animals. Some of my favorite ones are his snack.
The new one,
snack chat.
It's the Shack Chat.
Thank you.
Yes.
But anyway, those are my favorites. Great channel, love it. So.
And most of you guys probably already know Dan, but if you don't know Dan, please click on his channel.
Check his channel
and check him out. He is awesome.
So.
No, it's funny, like, and most of you, and I've had people comment this before.
Shack Chat. Yes. All right, Dan, I will not forget that again.
When you're talking in the comments and you're getting a response, it's typically me responding. Something that DNS does is he'll actually put Shane after his comment, because with a couple's channel, you never know who you're talking to. But with our channel, it's always going to be me. Dana reads the comments and we respond to them together, but I'm the one who manages all of it, if that makes sense. And then his channel is adventure.wrench. He'll jump in the chat and say things, and he follows everybody. All of our supporters.
I try. You know, the problem is it grows so quickly that I can't keep up with everybody. And I really do. I work a crap ton of hours. So most of the time Eileen handles all of that stuff for me. And we literally will sit at the dinner table at night and she'll be go, oh my gosh, wait till you hear what Wood Pigeon said today. Or, you know, Matt. And I know everybody like on a first name basis. So I may not even know your channel name, but I know who you are.
Yeah. Like, and what's funny, to bring Dan up really quick, because it was funny yesterday, because I usually see everyone's videos first, and I'm like, okay, did you see this video, babe? You got to see this video. Hey, guess what? Em and the gang just put this video out, and I'll tell him what's going on, and he'll watch everyone's, videos, and then only person he beats me on is Dan. He's like, did you watch Dan's video today? I'm like, no, I haven't gotten to it yet. And he's like, well, that's ridiculous. We're going to watch it when we're eating dinner. And we watched his video yesterday while we were eating dinner.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah. That was kind of funny. It was kind of a tangent, but so
sorry.
We were talking about fishing, and then we were talking about kayaking. Actually, you know who I want you to talk to about something really quick? WP is a fly fisherman. He makes flies himself. He ties them.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're beautiful. He does a really good job with them. And guys, really quick, I already shouted Wood Pigeon out at the beginning of this stream, but if you jumped on later on, he's one of the mods in the chat. He's awesome. He recently hit the mile mark of 250,000. He hit 250, I think it was this morning. And he's just been doing a phenomenal job with his vlogs lately. He did the Hawaii vlogs, were a ton of fun. And then he had like a overnight camp he did with his wife. And that video was amazing. He had a transition slide where his wife was pulling him in a little sled. It made me laugh so hard. I loved that video. So he's a great person to sub to. If you guys haven't already, please check him out. But he's very crafty. He does a lot of like leather stuff. He's awesome.
We live in at the bank of the Osable River, which runs, I think, pretty much through Michigan, definitely northern Michigan, and probably into parts of Canada, I'm sure. But it's like fly fishing capital of Michigan.
Yeah.
So what I haven't ever done it before, and I see it. I see the guys out there with the waders, and
I love wearing waders.
It's one of those things where I want to do it, and I've never had the opportunity to do it. So maybe we can meet up, Wood Pigeon, and you can show me how to fly fish.
He said, I don't know that he actually fly fishes. Actually, he was trying to clarify in the chat. I think I've asked him that before. I don't recall. He does tie flies, though. I'm not sure, but he uses them to fly fish. So if I'm wrong on that, WP, please.
You just tie flies?
Please correct me.
That's all?
His flies are amazing.
I'm just kidding. No, if you've ever seen a fly, they're the most intricate little thing.
We actually use the top water. We use fly
They're
bait
crazy
sometimes.
intricate. I don't know how my eyes don't work well enough to be able to do that. I'm sure he has to sit down with tweezers.
Tweezers, probably.
He says he does both.
Okay.
I would hope so. I'm sure he probably knows exactly which ones.
Well, he's shown a couple, and they're very professional looking.
Yeah.
He does a really good job. We have a couple really cool fly shops in Grayling, which is 25 minutes north of where we are. And we want to do a guided fly fishing tour because when we're kayaking, we're constantly having to like mess with fly fishermen who are trying to focus on fishing, but there's kayakers and we are the kayakers, and we have to be like, sorry guys, we're just passing through, and like mess up while they're casting. But I would like to actually try it. It just looks really, really cool. We use the little spiders for top water. We love those. So we use some fly bait for regular pan fishing, but we have not tried fly fishing.
Wood Pigeon said he would send me some flies. That's an honor. I don't know how to use them. That's the problem. I've only used
Chaos Paddlers.
I've only ever used what my dad always called them poppers. If anybody's a backwoods fisherman, you know what I'm talking about.
That's what
they're just kind of like. They use a bubble and a popper on a string, and that's it. You just
do it all
top
the time.
Water. They're great for panfish. That's what I've always used them for.
Really quick, Chaos Paddler just jumped on. So hello, Chaos Paddler. Jacob, I was on your stream earlier. Thank you so much for supporting us and jumping over to our stream tonight. He's a fishing channel.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's a fisherman as well.
Poppers are fun. Wood Pigeon Outdoors. Yeah, so my dad always, when nothing else is biting, those are the go-to for me.
Lone Woodsman said he loves fly fishing. I think Gail jumped off. I'm sorry, Gail, if we missed you. Yep, Gail has to jump off. Have a wonderful night, Gail. Thank you so much for jumping on. I know you had a really long, tough day of traveling in the van today, so I really appreciate you making the time to jump on. Mark Allen, thank you for being here. Hello.
Rocket Outdoors, Yankee, you're behind top notch. I agree with Rocket.
Yankee's the man.
Selfless.
Yeah, we had like a really long shout out about Yankee on our last stream. We were in the basement doing the unboxing.
Yeah.
We love Yankee. And pretty much all of you guys already sub to him, already follow him. He doesn't really need a explanation.
He's doing great on his own.
Yeah, he does great on his own. But he's just such a great guy. And he's brought a lot of us together, and I appreciate that because I've made a lot of friends online that I consider a lot of you guys close friends of mine. I talk to you every day, and without Yankee, I wouldn't have met you. So that means a ton to me, and that alone is a fact to why you should sub to Yankee if you don't already. Park Brews. Yep, Theme Park Brews. I love Theme Park Brews. He's a great guy. I actually had a couple people that are in the chat right now, Mark, that jumped over and supported him recently. Yankee subbed to him, was in his chat yesterday. Wood Pigeon and Matt Cook, Oregon, all went over and they subbed Theme Park Brews. He's a phenomenal guy.
Jason wants to know the next time we're going to make it. Jason Helmendauer wants to know the next time we're going to make it to the Gorge.
Well, I know we're doing Mammoth Caves this year. I don't know if we can fit in both. We'd have to hit them both in the same trip.
Yeah.
And I think it's a 3 hours from the Gorge to Mammoth Caves, if I'm not mistaken. So my whole thing, I was going to reach out to you actually directly, Jason. I want to meet you this year because we talked about it so early on to being on YouTube. I think we only had like 200 subs when we started following each other. So we definitely want to coordinate with you. I don't know that we're going to go to the Gorge this year, but if we can fit it in, we definitely will. I was actually hoping you would be going to Mammoth Cave maybe in Kentucky. So we'll talk about that in the DMs or something. That's for sure.
Rocket Outdoors.
What did he say?
Wouldn't have met Data if it wasn't for Yankee.
Yeah. I'm just top liver over here.
Red River Gorge is and will always be probably
one of our
favorite hikes, trips, period.
Yeah.
I've been there twice and I didn't even see enough of it. You know, it's just no matter what, it's amazing.
Rocket's in love with you. He put little heart eyes again. That's so funny.
Takes him 2.5 hours to get to the Gorge from Cincinnati.
Okay. Gotcha. So, I mean, no matter what, we have some Ohio trips planned this year. We have some Kentucky trips planned this year. So no matter what, we will meet up with you for sure if the schedules work and destination works, but for sure.
Cincinnati would be cool too, though. Right?
We spent one afternoon. We spent
a full afternoon kind of just walking around Cincinnati.
Yeah, I wanted to go. There was like an underground, like
somebody said there's an underground subway system
that's abandoned.
And you can actually get tours of.
I saw doors to it, I think. Jason, you might be able to tell me if I'm not correct on that. But I used to do Beardiful's here?
Yep.
Nice. Hi, Beardiful. Thank you for jumping on. True Life Average Jane Vlog also jumped on. Thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate it. Who else did I miss? Okay, he said yes, there is.
Yankee said, come down and spend one night on the island with me native style.
Okay, what do you mean native style? Can you elaborate, please?
Are we talking naked and afraid?
Yeah, are we talking naked and afraid, though? Because I'm not into that, really.
Native style I'm all about, but I'm not doing loincloths.
I'll be barefoot, if that's what you're talking about. I love being barefoot. And also, like, off-grid, if that's what you mean. I'm all about that, too. I also really like bonfires. So if that's what you're talking about, Yank, I'm all for it. Dan's laughing at us.
Yeah, one of the things about Red River Gorge that was so awesome was Eileen actually surprised me for my birthday. It was in March, and it had just snowed, like 8 inches of snow or something. She rented a tree house that was off grid in Kentucky in the gorge, and we got to walk to it, hike to it, and I remember specifically I wasn't prepared. I didn't know where we were going, so we didn't have any wood with us. We didn't have any dry wood. I had nothing to chop wood with, so I downed like a dead tree and broke it against a couple of other trees to kind of make a fire out in the gorge. Fell in the river basically, leading up to the thing that the tree house. Got myself all soaking wet. Eileen was laughing her tail off.
No, well, because I fell like 50 times, and I was like, "Are you for real?" Because I wore the wrong boots. Is all it was. Like I had hiking boots on, but they were like my old ones. I had Keens. I owned the same pair of Keens for like 7 years because I loved them. They're like my lucky hiking boot, and I was like refusing to realize that I had to replace them, and that the tread on the bottom had finally worn thin, and I replaced them after that trip because I fell on my butt like 60 times. And Dana's just trekking forward, like having no problem at all. And like we playfully joke with each other, and he was like, you're more prepared usually than me, and you just fell on your butt for the 60th time. So when he finally fell, I was like, first question, are you okay? Cool. Second question, it was just not a question at all. I just laughed my ass off. So it was pretty funny.
So yeah, and speaking of off-grid, I got to shout out DIY Solar and Wind. Saw his video today, and he went to the Air Museum.
That wasn't from today.
Well, I saw it. Okay. I saw it today.
Because he had Kellogg Solar.
He had a couple of different ones, and he went to the Air Zoo, and I just saw it today. Really awesome stuff. Really great channel. If you haven't seen it, go over and check him out. He's got some cool stuff. And into planes, he's done 3 parts, I think, on the Kalamazoo Air Zoo. Which has my favorite plane of all time, the SR-71 Blackbird.
He drools on it.
Oh my God.
Loves it.
Love it.
Happy Trails Hiking just jumped back on.
Take care, Dan.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Home of the Sticks.
All right, Dan, thank you for jumping on. We appreciate it. DNS was talking about whitewater rafting and how he was avoiding it. M was talking about how whitewater rafting was prevalent where she lives, and they have lessons. We haven't done whitewater. I'm kind of going back in the chat a little bit, guys. I
have not done whitewater.
But I would love to, honestly. Yeah. Like, it just looks like such... We love kayaking. Like, I'm very passionate.
We kayaked in a cave underground.
Yeah, I love kayaking.
It was awesome.
It's one of my favorite things. And a lot of you know this. We both worked in the outdoor retailer industry, and I was a manager for Dick's Sporting Goods. I no longer work there. I work for myself now, so I don't mind telling the company name. But I was a manager for the gun department, and I was also a manager for the hiking, fishing, and hiking, fishing, and camping section as well. And at Gander Mountain, I was a manager for 6 years of the outdoor apparel and camping section. So I have a lot of knowledge about stuff, and I have a lot of passion behind certain things, and kayaking is one of those things. I know everything about kayaking. It's my favorite.
Chaos Paddlers, come to Illinois. I'll take you whitewater kayaking,
hell yeah.
I'm guessing. And then Wood Pigeon, his wife does stand-up paddle.
That's awesome.
Paddleboard. I'd love to do that.
That's such a workout.
That's hard.
I want to do yoga. She does yoga too. I bet she does yoga on her stand-up paddleboard, doesn't she?
Kirk Miller said the SR-71 Blackbird is his awesome plane. I agree 100%.
100%.
I literally.
It's beautiful. It is.
I'll stand in front of it and just
sit there.
Drool. Drool.
And then a lot of you that jumped on later on who are talking about collaborations and stuff, we, you guys know we're in Michigan.
Lang Family Farms, LA. Good evening, BBT and chat. Hey, how are you?
Family Farms, LA. Thanks for jumping on. But really quick on the travel thing, we are only doing Midwest and East Coast states. So we actually, let me pull up on my phone really quick. I have everything bookmarked, kind of what's in the works, and I'm going to tell everybody what's on the radar right now. You already heard me talk about Ohio and Kentucky. You talk to the chat while I find
Rocket Outdoors said he loves dicks. Oops, no. Well, the store.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? Someday I'll tell you a story about that.
Yeah, that's
not on
plan
YouTube,
words
though. Canoe Life. Lone Woodsman said Canoe Life. Lone Woodsman prefers a canoe.
Yeah, I used to be canoe, but I'm
DNS Adventures. I used to go to Gander Mountain after work just to drill over outdoor gear and never buy anything.
I loved Gander while I was there.
Gander.
I loved that job. Loved it. Okay, so we have Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on our radar this year. We have a couple spots in Connecticut. What?
Wood Pigeon said, if you give them a thumbs up, I will chug the rest of my beer. I can't even get my beer to go in the glass right, let alone chug it. It just goes on the floor.
And craft beer is too expensive to chug. If we were going to chug something, it'd be like PBR or like Rolling Rock or something.
Yeah, I'm going to drink it out of here.
You going to drink it out of there? All right, that's cool. Green Bay, Wisconsin is something that we've looked into. A few spots in Missouri we've looked into. Elephant Rock State Park we've looked into.
Yes.
Really excited about that. We've looked at... You keep looking at the chat. I'm going to be like spitting off locations. We need 22 thumbs up,
and Dana will choke his beer. Everyone share the stream. Thank you, Yankee.
Macokito Cave State Park. That's in Wisconsin.
Lone Woodsman said Pittsburgh is an hour away from him.
Cool.
There's 33 thumbs up right now from Em and the gang. Chug.
The Chicago area. We've been to Chicago tons of times, but there's a spot.
Fox never chugged the crap. Thank you.
Matheson, I'm probably saying that wrong. State Park. It's between probably. It's between Napersville and Peoria. McCormick's Creek State Park. That is near Indianapolis. Turkey Run State Park. That's on my radar like crazy. We have a lot of like Indiana trips booked here. Clifty Falls State Park.
Happy Trail said when you come to Elephant Rocks, message.
Okay.
It's an hour from them.
Perfect. Because we were talking about how we're going to meet up. That would be something cool to do in spring like we discussed. It's not far from us at all either.
Yeah, and we'll try to make sure we like Twitter.
We'll reach out
wherever we are because it never ceases to amaze me where we end up sometimes. We just let's go here or wherever.
Right. Smoky Mountains, we've always wanted to go to. We've still not done that. My brother-in-law, his brother, goes there all the time. That's like his #1 place. Hocking Hill State Park, that's in Ohio.
Biker said, if you do Southern Indiana, I can tell you a cool place to camp and play in the river.
Awesome.
Happy Trail said that would be perfect.
Rock State Park.
Lang Family Farms, LA, didn't hear Louisiana in that list.
Oh, I'm not done yet. This is not even the whole list.
Happy Trails has 8 breweries to take you to pub crawl.
Hell yeah.
8 breweries and Uber.
And hiking.
Will get us in good shape.
Absolutely. Blackwater Falls State Park. That is in West Virginia. Cumberland Falls State Park in Kentucky. Carter Cave State Park and Resort, that I believe is in northern Kentucky as well. Sorry, I do this on my phone. So I have I know it doesn't really show, you can't see it. Never mind, you can't see anything. But I map things from where we are to where I want to go on Google Maps, and then I screenshot it, and then I use that on my Pinterest to make boards dedicated to planning and budgeting. So I just have a bunch of little screenshots I'm going off of right now. Laurel Caverns Geological Park.
Wood Pigeon said, well, come here. I got 7 breweries on 1 block. Actually, Eileen told me that, and we were like, oh my gosh, that's crazy.
The list is very large. That's as much as I'll give right now.
Well, usually when we do a brewery crawl, and we usually do flights when we do that stuff because really gets ahead of you quick. We Uber everywhere, so that we're not driving. We Ubered. I think we were spending like $90 a day on Uber in Tampa because we were going all over the place in Tampa. Like, oh, let's go to St. Petersburg or wherever. You know, you're not sure where it is, and
but it's still cheaper than a rental.
Cheaper than a rental, cheaper than a cab, and it's
less
safer,
hassle as well. We should have done that in DC. We talked about that. I actually talked about that with Biker. That I wished I would have done that in DC.
Biker said, Fireman's Brew Brewery is a day trip from me. Just saying. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I just drank my beer. I'm down for going back.
Biker, you know I want to meet up with you so bad.
I would go to California.
Okay, so we missed a few things while I was rambling off destinations. I don't recall who mentioned Banff National Park. I think it was Adventurous.
Banff came up?
Yes, a while ago. So I apologize. I think it was Adventurous Fox. You mentioned it. Who mentioned Banff National Park? Because I want to go there very bad.
Really good microbrews in Colorado. From
I want to go to Colorado so bad. M and the gang, you had mentioned thinking that we had discussed Cumberland Falls. I don't remember that. I know I talked about it with Bushy and with Yankee, but I don't remember us discussing it. But that's kind of cool. We definitely want to go there.
1 hour live stream.
Okay.
From Wood Pigeon, he's letting us know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we said we'd probably go.
Wood Pigeon.
Yeah, keeping us in check because we get rambly. I said I would go until 9 o'clock at the latest. Probably it'll be another half an hour.
Awesome, guys.
It'll probably be one more half hour, just a half hour longer. So whoever wants to stay, we're still chatty. I don't think we'll be on until 9 because I still got to make dinner, but definitely till 8:30. We still have beer is the main thing, guys. We still have beer.
My grandfather used to measure time in beer.
You think so?
He did. He would say, I'd say, Grandpa, how long does it take you to mow the lawn? He said, oh, about 3 beers.
I want to use that sometime.
So everything was kind of...
Yeah. Okay, so the only big trips, and I don't mind saying these two things, I guess. The only big trips that are happening this year that require a plane for us. The first one is going to be in summer. We're not sure what month yet, and it's Orlando, Florida.
We're taking Patrick to
Orlando. Taking our son for his birthday.
It's his 13th birthday, so we're taking him to
Orlando. And it's his first plane ride ever, so I'm very excited about that. I have a lot of stuff planned for that. The other thing we're doing is our anniversary. Our wedding anniversary is in October, and we're going to go back to Utah. So, Biker, if you want to go on a little road trip to Utah, you can come and be a third wheel with us at one of the campsites. We're going to be probably in Utah for at least a week. We're going to hit all 5 national parks and a couple of the state parks. And then next year, we're planning on going to California, Northern California, Oregon, and Washington State.
Oh my! I would.
And that's for our wedding anniversary as well.
the Pacific. Oh my God, the Pacific Trail.
And we can meet up with Matt.
Oh my God.
And Biker.
Yeah.
As well, but those are the 2 big trips. Everything else is kind of like little road trips, things within riding distance, kind of like that style.
Biker's down.
Okay, he's down for Biker's Utah. Down.
I would. He said. Woo! I would definitely do that.
Okay.
And October. I would happily follow your motorcycle in a rental car because I don't have a motorcycle.
It's true. That's true.
I would even ride on the back of your motorcycle with you and let Eileen drive.
You gotta feed him. Rocket said I gotta see what you did. See what you did. He thinks I don't feed you. Because of that comment you made in the one video.
Thank you, Happy Trails, for watching. I appreciate it.
Getting back into work. Thank you. Thank you for jumping back on. Great having you. Talk to you later. A lot of people saying bye to Happy Trails. Someone's talking about crawfish and how to boil them. Lang Family Farm said the only way to boil crawfish, 3 beers to boil the pot. Let the crawfish purge to the tub for 2 beers at least.
Dana, you want some salmon? I'm down for salmon. I love salmon.
Yeah, I make salmon quite often. He made salmon in his video today. You haven't seen it yet.
No.
It was awesome.
I missed it.
It was he called it a gourmet day trip, I think. And
we'll watch it with dinner tonight.
I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was a really good video. You want some salmon?
I'll eat salmon. I love salmon.
I make I've actually made salmon a couple different ways. We've done grilled salmon, sockeye salmon. We've done I've done like an Asian glazed balsamic salmon. I've done Parmesan encrusted salmon, and then Dana's favorite recipe of mine is blackened salmon. So I make my own rub, and then I put butter, lemon, and like fresh herbs, and then I put that in the broiler. So I love salmon. We definitely love salmon.
Not as much as Matt Cook Oregon.
No, yes, that's very true.
He said he was being sponsored by McDonald's today, and I said, "Oh,
our brother Chad said, don't forget Roscommon in September. I heard it is beer drinking for days."
It is beer drinking for days.
Let's see. Em and the gang said she would love to go to Banff. So gorgeous. I couldn't agree more. I want to go so freaking
Every
bad.
photo I've seen from Banff is amazing.
We were supposed to go for our anniversary this year. And then instead of going, we bought a house instead. So I don't think I regret my decision at all. But the money we would have put towards that trip, we used to move and buy the house. It was kind of spur of the moment. And we talked about it more so at the beginning of our channel. But we went to a UP instead for our anniversary, which the whole point is to be together and to do something adventurous and to get outside. So it wasn't that big of a deal, but I want to go to Banff really bad. And not being able to go this year was a little bit of a bummer. What am I missing?
First of all, Em and the gang, thank you for coming. We'll see you later. You guys are so supportive. You're everywhere.
Thank you for being on.
I don't know how you do it, honestly. You're everywhere. And then, but Yankee said Matt is creating a new salmon flavored beer.
No.
So, I mean, maybe for him.
I mean, I'll try it, but all you're going to get is a weird stank face from me in a vlog. I'm not going to like it.
Pork belly beer.
I did.
And it was.
Don't be putting, that goes up Friday. Don't talk about it.
Just saying.
How dare you?
Hey, Jungle Jay's here.
JJ, thank you for jumping on. Nice to see you.
Wood Pigeon, Em and the Gang is a great channel. It's an awesome channel.
Phenomenal family. Very funny, outdoorsy, down to earth. Yeah, she's great.
Down to earth, just great people.
She is great. I'm just trying to go back up and see if I missed anything.
Banff, spring is super muddy. Summer's really expensive. The locals told me the best time to go is off season. We have found that Adventurous Fox.
Okay, so you are the one who said
Fox,
it. Okay.
You're absolutely. We found that every park that we've gone to,
if that's in the fall,
or every tourist area that we've gone to, I guess, is always best off season. We've gone to. We saw Pictured Rocks, for instance, for the first time at the end of winter.
And that's in Michigan, but it's so touristy.
It's in Michigan, but it's so touristy, and there was nobody there. There's no mosquitoes. There's nothing.
That's the biggest thing.
We hiked everywhere we wanted to go. We hardly ran into anybody. It was just us in the wilderness, and
that's the way we like it.
It was amazing. When we went to Kentucky the first time, Red River Gorge, we were there in March. And Red River Gorge, there's nobody there because it's dangerous.
Well, no, it's cold. It's
cold.
Colder.
It's wintry.
Yeah,
it's not great. We went to Yosemite in October.
Yeah.
There's no waterfalls really in Yosemite in October. There's not really a whole lot going on. Again, it was still crowded because it's Yosemite, let's face it, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
Sequoia, Zion, all of those places we went to kind of off season, and it was cheaper, and it was honestly more enjoyable.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. And I think it'd be fun to do like a big group hangout, like around a campfire and all camp. I'm not saying we don't like to be around people, but when you go to a touristy place, and even if you're a tourist yourself, it just sucks if other people are ruining it, I guess. I don't know how else to say that, but if it's just us hiking and the trails aren't crowded, you kind of feel like you can connect with nature properly is the biggest thing.
Jason said the gorge is getting overcrowded during the warmer months, and I can see that. When we were there in August, it was really cramped.
Really cramped. Yeah, and sometimes it's fun.
I never saw so many selfie sticks.
Yeah, there was a lot of selfie sticks.
It's bad. And
a lot of like teenage boys screaming profane things off the canyons. So that was unique. And what sucks too is, and this is I don't want to go on a rant, but when you go to a place like that, a park, a national park during peak season, you notice a lot of people that go are not the diehard outdoorsy people. And what I mean by that is, like, we've been to a few parks during peak season and we see so much trash on the ground. People like, how dare you go to one of the national parks or any park or outside at all and litter? You know what I mean? So when we go during off season, the people that are dedicated to being outside, that are going to go during off season, during, you know, temperatures that are colder, they're not the ones littering. No, they're like us. They're the ones that hike with garbage bags to pick stuff up because people are messy. So that's something that it just makes me irritable if I go during peak season. It's hot, it's sticky, there's bugs, yelling kids, and garbage everywhere.
DNS said, reminds me of Breakneck Ridge in New York, pretty much an amusement park. Literally have hot dog stands set up at the base of the trail.
What? I don't know.
It's a pet peeve. I agree with Biker. It's one of those things where I agree. Is a non-smoker, even the flicking cigarette butts and stuff like that. Stuff like that just bothers me. It just bothers me so bad.
The only thing
and I used to smoke. So when I did smoke, I can remember very clearly walking through the woods and putting my cigarette out and like putting it in my pocket because I just, it's not right.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Yeah, and anyone who has never smoked or has recently quit smoking, give Dana a shout out in the comments. He hits 4 years smoke-free tomorrow, and I'm very proud of him.
Yeah.
Wood Pigeon is back. Yankee said, Ohio, there's trash everywhere, but when it's busy season, that's when they come out to the middle of the beautiful, quiet nature and set up a boom box and start thumping music.
I'm down for some thumping music.
Thumping music can be good sometimes.
Depends on what it is. Not that stuff you played the other day, though.
Well, don't. Whatever. Yeah, actually, the gorge.
Thanks, Yankee and Wood Pigeon. Appreciate it, guys.
What Jason had mentioned was he actually has a couple hiking videos. For those of you who don't.
Woodsman, thank you.
Is he leaving?
No, they're congratulating me.
Oh, with your smoking. With your no smoking.
You know what? Actually, my dad on his deathbed asked me to stop smoking. And I didn't. I smoked for years after he died. And I met Eileen, and it was still one of those kind of weird things. Bothered me to forever. And she helped me. So without her, I probably never would have quit smoking. So
you were strong, though. I just helped you along.
But anyway, not to get all corny, but that's kind of the story behind it.
Yeah, but it's cool because tomorrow is
I loved smoking. I loved smoking. There was nothing that I loved more than giving myself that little treat like 20 times a day.
WP wants to know any tips. I think he's trying to quit smoking.
I weaned myself off very slowly.
We weaned him down.
Like it took me a year to wean off, I think. I started with like cut down to half a pack. And I measured those cigarettes. Like, all right, I can have every 2 hours, I can have a cigarette.
Yeah,
and and then I went down from there. I cut that in half. And then it took me, I did that for a couple of months. And then I did that. I cut that one in half. And I did that for a while.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where after a year, literally a year, I was down to 1 cigarette a day. And I would smoke that 1 cigarette like 4 times a day.
And he kept it in a Ziploc bag, and it got really disgusting. Really gross. But when I was trying to figure out how to help him quit smoking, because my entire family smokes, and I've never smoked a cigarette a day in my life. It's just, that is not for me. I will just stick to beer proudly. I don't need it. And everyone can have their different opinions. We're not trying to bring up topics that are potentially not a good one to mention on YouTube. But for helping him quitting smoking, I have a minor in psychology. So I look at some things a little bit differently. And I told him, like, going cold turkey won't work. It usually doesn't. It might work at first, but you're going to go back to it. And I said, why don't we just wean you down slowly? Because it's a mental thing. For some people, it's a fixation where you have to smoke with certain items. Like, oh, I'm having breakfast, I need a cigarette. Oh, I'm having coffee, I need a cigarette. You have an association. So it's hard to do things that you associate with smoking, like driving a car, like taking a break at work. Like, there's things we do that's part of your routine, and your brain is going to know something is up if you're not doing something that's part of your routine. So I told him, why don't you still do those things, but let's just wean you down. And when it gets to the point that you have 1 cigarette and you're doing that 4 times a day, you're going to feel gross. And he did. So it was during winter. It was February 8th, and it was 4 years ago. So congratulations.
Thank you.
He felt gross, and he's like, I don't feel like doing it. And he dumped the entire rest of the pack in the toilet, and he's never smoked since.
Jeff's Outdoors said, thanks. Congrats, brother. I hate people that litter on purpose. Get it if it runs away from me, but not on purpose.
Hello, Jeff. Thank you for jumping
Jeff,
on.
Thank you. Yeah, littering. Yeah, it just ticks me off.
Okay, so what did I miss in the chat while we were talking?
A whole bunch of congratulations because you told him to. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Biker said, Lake, I'm not going to say that correctly. Berryessa is like that?
Berryessa? Sure.
That's what I'm going with. Sounds like the inner city dance-off on Saturday morning. Let's see. Lone Woodsman said, I had 2 grandparents die from smoking, and I still smoke after that.
Yep.
You're not the only one.
Not the only one.
WP said he is weaning down. He started last month. So congratulations, Wood Pigeon Outdoors, for weaning down. Lang Family Farm said, been 4 years for us, actually. It was switching to vape that worked for us. A lot of people do that. My parents are trying to do that right now. So that's definitely a good tip.
Yep.
Lone Woodman said he's been vaping for 8 years. Rock Outdoors says, same. Mount Washington, best mountain in the country at least. And with the train and auto road so ruined with all the unappreciative tourists. Yeah, that's so true. Oh, Biker said I said it correctly. Cool. Very awesome. Cool. Patrick jumped on. Everybody, if you see the Great Out Gamer vlogs in the chat, that is our son Patrick. You might know him from our
Patrick's
vlogs.
On there? Oh, there Patrick he is.
Jumped in.
Hey, so, Patrick.
Guys, go over to his channel and give him a sub. He recently hit 41 because a lot of you guys love seeing him in our videos. And when he goes home, when we drop him off after a weekend or a break together, you miss Patrick and you get sad that he's gone. So if you guys feel the same way, go give him some support or have your kids do it.
Mr. Smash.
He's pretty funny. He's the smash button guy. The Presidential Tourist, thank you for stopping in. He said he couldn't stay, but he wanted to say hi. I appreciate it. He's a new sub of ours, and we subbed him as well today. Biker said hi, Patrick.
Of course.
Bryce
Patrick
Newbold
is actually more of an item than we are sometimes.
Sometimes he is. He's so cute, though. Bryce Newbold said, yo. So thank you for jumping in. Wood Pigeon said hi to Patrick. Patrick said hi, Biker. Jeff said hi, Patrick. Chad said hello to Patrick. Patrick's just taking over now. Yankee's already been subbed to him.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Hike with Mike is on. Thank you for joining us. Okay, babe. Patrick said hi, Uncle Chad. Jason said hi to Bryce. Awesome job with that, Jeff. You hit 530. Congrats. Patrick, he's at 48 subs now. That's awesome. Thank you, WP, for pointing out that people should thumbs up. I appreciate that. We have 22 people watching right now. At our most, we had 31, and I really appreciate that support. I'm sorry. For those of you who've been on since the beginning, I had technical difficulties getting on, but it's been going, I think, good so far. This is our 3rd live stream ever, but this is our first official sit-down. So different vibe for sure. Restless Outdoors. Thank you for joining. Jungle J, you are still on. Thank you so much. I need to make you a mod, JJ. I forgot about that. Oh, WP wants to get Patrick to 50. It's very sweet of you. Yeah, he only needs 2 more. It's pretty cool. Restless Outdoors, we've been drinking. So, I mean, that happens all the time. If you feel like you've missed out, you can watch any one of our videos and get caught up on us drinking if you want to. We talked about travel. We talked about fishing, kayaking, plans for this year. Lots of fun stuff. Lots of chat. Good hangout so far. Thank you for joining, though. What? WP is trying to get Patrick to 50.
To 50?
Subs. Restless Outdoors just jumped in to say hi. They wanted to know what they were missing out on.
Adventurous Fox sub to Patrick. Great job.
Thank you. Lang Family Farms, thank you so much for being in the chat today. It was really nice talking to you. Hope you have a great night.
Thank you for coming along.
Yankee inspired me to start doing my own meet and greet series, which will start soon if you're interested. That's cool, Jeff. Really cool. He's very inspirational. Jungle Jay, they were talking about getting Patrick, our son Patrick, to 50. He is the Grayed Out Gamer Vlogs, and he is in the chat right now. That would actually be really cute if Patrick did a meet and greet with Yankee. He just said have Patrick do a meet and greet video.
With Yankee?
That would be adorable.
That would be adorable, yeah.
And actually, I want to shout out someone who's not in the chat right now who reached out to me directly who couldn't be here. The Touring Taste Buds. I don't know if you guys follow their channel at all. Some of you I know of them. I think I've seen them in Yankee's comment box before. We've actually been following them since they followed Dana's channel like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I've been kind of following them, and they went to Tulum, and they did similar. It was almost like they started their channel, and we were mirroring some of the trips that we did. It was really weird. But we talked, gosh, it was a year ago. I think they're from Arkansas.
I think it's either Tennessee or Arkansas, but I don't remember. They travel a lot, so it's hard for me to keep track.
They do food tours, travel
Tim's
tours.
on. Hi, Tim. Thank you for joining. Tim's Brews is here, one of our beer guys. But Touring Taste Buds is doing a Meet the Travel Tribe. For those of you who follow us on Twitter, you'll see that I tweet it out a lot. They're on episode 3 today. It's similar to Yankee's Meet and Greet in a lot of regards, and it's a fantastic series. So if you guys don't follow them and you really love travel and hiking and food and beer, kind of what we do here, but in a different perspective, check out Touring Taste Buds. Just a random shout out.
Patrick just hit 50, guys. Thank you very much. He's so excited.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Thank you to everyone who subbed Patrick. He's had his channel for a couple of years. It's been like a fun creative outlet for him, and we love his creativity, and we've helped him. We've gotten him a camera. We've helped him shoot. I help him edit once in a while, but he's passionate about it.
It's fun. Bryce Newbold wants to know what we're drinking. So
okay.
We are drinking. I'm going to hold it up again, and I drank the bottle. So Tangerine Express IPA for me, and then Eileen is drinking
a Itasca, New York, Super Stout, Coffee Stout. I got this from No Hype Beer Reviews, a fellow beer tuber. And Dana, we bought that for him to test out, and it spilled everywhere and got all over my carpet.
It did.
But I can't be mad about my office smelling like beer because I have a craft beer candle, so it usually smells like beer even if I'm not drinking. So I won't even notice a difference, to be honest.
Probably not.
If it was summer, I might have ants, though, so I'm going to have to figure out how to
Patrick says, thank you for 50 subs, guys.
That's awesome.
Really great. He's at 51 now. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's awesome.
Congrats to Patrick from Kirk. Thank you, Kirk. Matt Cook Oregon is back. Well, you missed a lot. We talked about salmon. We actually did. We talked about kayaking. We talked about fishing, fly fishing.
Better dead fish in the mail. I'm not sure what he means.
We also talked about all the trips we're planning this year. I think that's pretty much it. If I've forgotten anything, you guys can tell them. Yeah, welcome back, Matt.
Glad you made it home safe.
Yes, absolutely. Dead fish in the mail? Is he talking about like Grumpy Old Men style? Like throwing a dead fish in the back of the car? That's such a good movie.
Salmon flavored beer. Yeah, we're at...
All right, guys, we're going to stay on for 10 more minutes, and then we're going to have to jump off. I have to go cook dinner soon. So 10 more minutes of having some fun with you guys, and then I will make dinner.
Patrick says, well, guys, got to go. I would stay, but school screws that up. Talk soon.
Bye, Patrick. Love you,
Love you, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.
Yeah, we get him in like 2 weeks. We just had him
we're
last
gonna
weekend.
We're actually going to take Patrick and my mom to Monster Jam.
We love monster trucks. That's another topic we can bring up. So, off-roading. I'm all about it.
Off-roading and monster trucks. So it's pretty cool.
We did talk about how awesome Lone Woodsman is. We did. He said we also talked about how awesome he is.
We did.
We did talk about that. We actually talked about how awesome everyone is.
You know what? We talked about a lot of people being awesome, and I'm sure we missed people, and I'm sorry if I did. I didn't mean to.
Avengers Infinity War. I don't think I've seen that. I don't know if that was directed to us, Jep, but not the kind of movie we really go for typically.
Wood Pigeon says
finish your homework, Patrick.
Yes.
I don't know if Rocket's leaving, but he said cheers, everyone. So either he's drinking or he's leaving us. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Cheers, Rocket. So yes, he is leaving.
Rocket.
You guys are awesome. Well, we think you're awesome too. Everyone's still saying bye to Patrick. Everyone's sending little beers.
Restless Outdoors.
Guys, we have like 9 minutes still. You can send little beer emojis, but we're not leaving you for 9 minutes.
Well, I mean, unless they say.
Unless they all abandon us and we'll just sit here drinking alone.
We'll just sit here drinking alone. Which
we do that a lot.
I mean, it's all right.
It's okay. Low Country Boil is what's for supper.
Yes, Adventurous Fox, we do. We use Spiegel, the Spiegel glasses.
Yes.
Actually. I used to work for Bed Bath & Beyond way back in my retail career. And we did wine tastings and beer tastings.
For training.
For training. So one year they brought in Riedel, and everybody says Riedel or what, it's Riedel. They brought in Riedel and they let us taste the wine out of different glasses. And I was amazed at how different everything tasted out of a good glass. So the next year they brought in Spiegelau and they did the same kind of idea. Which is what we're drinking out of right now, actually. We actually drink most of our beer out of Spiegelau glasses. So that's why we use them. Because if you're going to drink an expensive beer, you probably ought to at least get the whole experience. So absolutely. And Wood Pigeon says that they used to do dumpster diving. JJ put little beer emoji. He didn't actually do a beer emoji. He just said beer emoji. Beer emoji. I got little coffee cups from Jeff, which is appropriate. Coffee is right, WP said. Restless Outdoors wants to know what our big trip for 2018 is. The biggest one would be going to Utah again. Or Orlando, Florida. Everything else, I mean, all trips are big if you think about it, but as far as financially, those are the two big trips. I think the one that I'm most excited about is Utah. I cannot wait to go back. I talk about Utah every chance I get. Some of you probably are like, okay, we get it. Chad sent us a fire truck. That's cute. Thank you, Chad. He's still on. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing? Why are they on here? So, yeah, Utah is probably our all-time favorite, and I can't wait to go back. Zion. We hiked the Narrows, and we only did about half of it. Which I regret. Not because we were tired or anything like that. We ran out of time. And during off-season, when you're in Zion National Park, those of you who have been know this, you cannot drive your car inside the park. You have to be on shuttle bus for some of the hikes. You have to go on their shuttle bus system. So if you don't make it back to the bus, you're hiking all the way back to your car at the entrance of the park. Not great. So, we had to leave. You're done. Yeah, we had to leave. So we didn't miss the shuttle. JJ said when you get to Orlando, hit him up. Absolutely. Absolutely. I used to live in Orlando when I was a kid. We lived there for 7 or 8 years. Chad and I, actually, and Adam. But Adam's not on here. Anyway, Chad and I did, and we lived in a couple of different places, but my family was really, really poor. So we lived in a 17-foot travel trailer at the top of a gravel clay pit out in the wilderness in Florida, which sounds really weird, but it was in a Apopka. And we had no running water, no electricity. We had no television, obviously. Most of our meals were cooked outside, and we lived like that for a couple of years. And you love those things. And it was one of the greatest experiences I've ever had in my life, and really taught me the value of living off grid, so much so that I wish I could do it again sometime. You know, it was like amazing. WP said that he dumpster dives at Bed Bath & Beyond, which is hilarious and interesting. JJ knows where Apopka is. It was actually, we lived in Apopka, and then we lived in a place called, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it right, but it's the Yankee vernacular. We called it D-Berry, D-Berry. And it was the D-Berry Pit is where we lived. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, Adventurous Fox said the problem that she has with, or they have with Rydell glasses, they make Coca-Cola taste flat. And I have Jungle J laughing out loud each time. That's great. Because you're saying something wrong? Probably. Am I saying it wrong? I wish he could phonetically put it into the comments for me so I know I'm doing it right. Yeah, we're going to do the, I don't think Patrick's on still, is he? No. Okay. Patrick doesn't get to know any details about the trip, so I'm not going to say a lot on here about that because I like to keep it a surprise because I love surprises.
not getting them, but giving them. I can't remember where I put that. We're doing an airboat tour in the Orlando area and maybe going to Cape Canaveral. So those are a couple little things. Okay, a couple little things that I had on there.
Still 20 on. It's pretty good.
Went to Moab and Arches a few moons ago, said Restless Outdoors. We love both of those parks. Moab is a phenomenal city. And we stayed in... We talked about this in our 11 questions video.
I know, and I can't remember the name of the park now because it's
not right now.
Right on
I think it's Higher Grounds.
That sounds right.
Higher Grounds Campground.
That's also a coffee.
That's true. That's Higher Ground Coffee Roaster.
Right.
I have no idea. Highland? I don't know. It's in our 11 questions video. Like Highland Flats, I think.
Anyway, it was amazing, and it was a
WP said
park out in the middle of the desert.
WP said he was so poor he had to eat his brother. Now he's the only child.
Matt Cook, Oregon. Chad Wrench is my brother.
Was he asking who Chad was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's his little brother. Kurt said he lived in D-Land for a while. WP's like keeping on us, like 4 minutes. Get off of this. We're sick of seeing you. Now he's laughing at Matt. Yeah, Matt wanted to know if JJ's creeped out by him yet. Well, you did ask me to make a sexy snowman that looked like JJ. Just saying.
What?
I told you about that.
Oh yeah, but the guy on the Rogue Brewery bottle.
Oh yeah.
We
ask him that. This is behind the scenes to a vlog that hasn't posted yet. This is behind the scenes
to a bonfire beer review. But JJ, we got a Rogue Brewery beer.
Yeah.
And the guy on there either looked like Tom Selleck or you. And Rogue Brewing is
like you.
Rogue Brewing is from Oregon. So what we want to know is, did you pose for Matt for the Rogue Brewing?
We need to know the truth.
So just wondering.
Yes, Matt. Please make sure everyone shares this to AOL and MySpace. It helps traffic a lot. Who is Chad Wrench? Our last name is Wrench. You think he would have?
Matt said no, he did not.
Are you sure you didn't? No, I didn't.
The guy kind of looks like JJ
DNS is
and
leaving.
Also like Tom Selleck. So either JJ looks like Tom Selleck or I'm just saying.
DNS had to jump off. So Shane, thank you for jumping on. He's going to a college basketball game. Great stream. Loved it. See you later. See you later as well. Thank you. And we are going to be jumping off, guys, here actually right now. So thank you so much to everyone who has joined the stream. It's been really, really fun. What am I missing?
Yankee said Matt Cook uses a young picture of Travis Tritt for his avatar, which I think is hilarious.
2 minutes left, says Jeff. Do we actually have 2 minutes? Okay, we do have 2 minutes. I'm sorry.
Matt says we could set up a photo shoot anytime. Just bring the sexy Jungle Man clothes.
So just a loincloth.
I don't know if we can...
and something leather.
Yeah.
Last, I'd like to just give a quick shout out to, again, our mods. They've been a big help keeping us in line, making sure we see questions, keeping the chat going. We appreciate every single one of you who have jumped on. We love all of your channels, and we support you the same way you support us. But I would like to shout out Yankees Outdoor Adventure. Phenomenal channel. You guys know who he is. I don't have to tell everybody again. You all know. Backpack Bushcraft, our little friend Bushy. Who else should I mention? I don't want to do it
Biker.
all. I want you to do some is what I'm saying.
Biker Bushcraft.
I didn't forget anybody. WP.
Wood Pigeon. I'm sorry, I didn't know I was supposed to keep going.
Keep going.
All right, WP, Wood Pigeon Outdoors.
And who else? Who came back and maybe
made been responsible for making JJ pose on a bottle of beer. For
and might like salmon.
Matt Cook, Oregon. Thank you very much, guys. Who said that? Oh,
and really quick, because Matt had to jump off to get home while we were giving individual, like, detailed shout-outs. For those of you in the chat who do not follow Matt Cook Oregon, please make sure you head over and follow him if you aren't already. His live streams are not in a room. He does very adventurous live streams. He live streamed kayaking. Today, he was testing out live while walking his dog. Believe it or not, it was adventurous, I think. It was pretty funny. He live streams while he's doing camping, while he's hiking. you name it. He's good at snowboarding. That was cool too. He's awesome. He has phenomenal quality. He's a great channel. He's a really nice guy. He's really funny. He
has a drone.
He makes me laugh almost every day for one way or another because his little red emojis. Whenever I see them, I laugh.
He's pretty funny.
He's hilarious. So if you don't already follow Matt, please go give him some love.
Yep.
All right, guys.
All right, and then shout out to all of our mods. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Yankee. Thank you, Biker. Thank you, Backpack. Thank you, Matt.
And we shouted out everyone who's been here as they came in. So we love all of you. We appreciate you. Let's give a live cheers.
Live cheers.
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.